Alright, welcome back. This video is designed to move very swiftly through all the criteria that we already know and then add on to some of the extra stuff that we need to look at, including grayscale and then also the ability to alter or mirror all of our shapes, including all of our text. That there is review, where we go 24 by 12. This here is also review. Click and drag. Now we have 0 and 0. We're going to go ahead and set up our template. Our next one, last one, goes down to 8. And then we go ahead and every 6 inches we create a space. So 6, 12, 18. Now with that, we're going towards this. This is what we're looking to get to. We're looking to put in our words backwards. We're also looking to get to grayscale with our image. Now as we take a look at this, we're going to go ahead and look for an image that you already saved to your K drive. Again, searching for an image is a separate video. It's a separate requirement. Having that 600 by 800 ppi is a requirement. Is a minimum requirement. And closer to 800 to 1000, maybe 1200 ppi, pixels per inch, is a more suitable range. But again, 600 by 800 is a minimum. Chaska Hawks, JPEG. So you can see the extension right here. So I labeled it chaskahawk.jpg. Now that JPEG allows us to bring it in without a whole lot of issues. Some of you are starting to find HTMs, which I believe would be an extension for Hotmail, .htm. That's actually a web extension, and that's not going to allow you to be brought in. CorelDraw will not like that. So once we've gone ahead and identified that, you can center it. Let's say we want to center it on our acrylic. Again, we go to 3 inches vertical, and then we go to 4 inches horizontally, and then we can go ahead and move our hawk. Now again, you can pick and place. You can also go in and take a look and see right there if you pick that up and then you place it right there. Now we know that the Chaska Hawk is heading in the correct direction. If you take a look at some of those images, they can go either way, left or right, doesn't matter, top or bottom. But we know the Chaska Hawk with the C right here, and then the H with the white. The black is C and the H is white. Now as we take a look at that, we can back straight up, we can go back and forth, all that stuff with our scroller ball on our mouse. Now the next item we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to take a look at this area up here, and then that's identified the fact that I've made clicks on the template. If I click on the image, you can see that it's changed, and this is considered a bitmap. If I click it again, back out here somewhere, or somewhere out other than the image, it changes back. Watch this area up here. If I click, it changes. Alright, so one of the things we need to do is make sure that we click on the image and then we go to grayscale. Watch the purple and the yellow part of the hawk. Disappears. What the computer does is it identifies on a level of 8 gradients what that grayscale should be for the hawk. Second item, we're still locked in on that bitmap. We're going to go ahead and change it, flip it that way. Next item, we're going to go ahead and add some text. I am not going to go ahead and format this just exactly the way it needs to be or wants to be, but just realize that you can spend your time doing this. As you notice, it's got the blocking on the outside. If I click over here, the blocking is now gone. We're back to an area that is that's identified as 24 by 12. Okay, everything on the outside. Now if I go back to here and I click there, realize we go back. Now this is being treated as a bitmap. If I make an adjustment here and I don't click on anything and I go up to bitmap mode, nothing will actually show up. So I have to click on this or that to make sure that I have something to adjust. Okay, go here, go mode. This one is not going to show up because it's already black. It's in a 2-bit bitmap already. It's not required. However, we still need to adjust and change our mirror horizontal. Right there it is. Once that's done, we can back up, take a look. Looks pretty good. We may want to take this and just adjust it up just a little bit and make it look maybe a little bit more top heavy, not so bottom heavy, and maybe adjust that. But we've got exactly what we wanted, something that looks just like this. Now, at the end of this, I'm going to give you a couple here to take a look at. Starting from the left, is this one done correctly? Let's take a closer look. Well, the word here is backwards, so we're actually in pretty good shape there. They must have mirror horizontalied it. Okay. Only problem is best team in 2016. That one was not. So this one, this acrylic, is technically a 3 out of 4. They made a pretty sizable error right there. Alright, moving on. This one right here, the soccer player kicking the ball with the stars, everything looks good. We can't really tell if this is right or correct one way or another, but one thing we can identify, that if we'd actually click on this, and we click on the soccer player himself, we'd flip it, you notice that it's definitely incorrect now, because the words are inside the ball. So we're going to flip that back, and we'll just take a look to see what this one is. Oh, practice, devotion, determination, the ability to succeed. Okay, so that one must be set up pretty well. That one would be a 4 out of 4. It's in grayscale, and the words are backwards. Alright, a little bit closer on the Storm logo. Storm logo looks great, outside of the fact that it's still in color. So this one here, we'd actually have to try and bitmap that. Okay, bitmap grayscale. Next thing, this one is not backwards, nor is this. So when we take a look at this whole item right here, it actually should be flip-flopped. Okay, mirror horizontal was missed, as well as the color. Alright, the layout of it looks good. That one right there would most certainly end up as a 2 out of 4 and a requirement to redo. Let's take a look at this one. Soar Hawks. This one here was done by a student a couple years back. Again, you can see the C and the H, it is backwards, so that we know that it's been mirrored, and then also Soar Hawks has been mirrored. You can easily see that it's in grayscale, there's no color to it. This one would be a 4 out of 4. Formatting is good, it looks great. Now at this point, we're going to jump back to the ones that we completed, this one right here. And again, we're going to go ahead and hit File, Save As, and we're going to go right down to the K drive. Class MS with the K drive. Go ahead and click into that. And then you'd go all the way down to Würzburger, trimester 1, 2, or 3, and then also hour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wherever you're at. At that point, you are good to go, and you will have everything saved in your K drive, and we'll be moving on.